We got some breaking news with Mr. Steve DeSager.
Breaking news from Fox Sports.
The Raiders are trading edge rusher Maxx Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-rounders. The one for this year is number 14 overall. It's not official till next week, but certainly in place. Deal, Raiders, Crosby to the Ravens. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you. Martin, your first take on this? Because I love it if I'm a Ravens fan. Are you kidding me?
My first take, I haven't completely digested the Ravens part of it. My first take is I don't think a single move the Raiders have done since Tom Brady and John Spytek took over have made sense. Like, in a vacuum, trading Maxx Crosby today, I understand the logic. You build up for next season, so on and so forth.
And you're going to get 2 first-round picks, right, this year or next year.
We watch teams every year go from worst to first. You're drafting a quarterback with the first overall pick. We assume at this moment in time, if you're doing that, your clock starts immediately. I don't know how it makes you better tomorrow to trade Maxx Crosby. Like, I don't, unless the guy you get in 26 for that first round pick is a stud.
But unless there's another part of it, he doesn't want to be there. And you know, like Pat Riley once said when he was coaching the Knicks, and I'll never forget it. Either you're in or you're out. And once somebody's out, Martin, you got to move on from him. Even though he's a great player. That's why I was asking, but that's why I say the Raiders thing, 'cause I'm with you. You know what I mean?
But, like, this is a guy that has the Raiders logo tattooed on him. Like, Raider for life.
I got it. But once he asked out and he was really mad at the organization, you remember when they wanted to shut him down at the end of the year and didn't want him to play, and he went away from the facility. All I'm saying, if I'm a Ravens fan, though, I'm ecstatic. Like, to get a player of that caliber – you're serious about it. This is ridiculous. That team was way too good, Martin, to have not been able to get to a Super Bowl. Like, by this point, you got a quarterback who's a 2-time, could have been easily a 3-time MVP. All these other things.
Instead of doing that, just say 3-time All-Pro.
Am I right?
That's the better way to phrase it.
It is a 3-time.
Because everybody else got the numbers add up.
Right, 3-time All-Pro. Like to be the best quarterback in football 3 times in his career, to be that young, and then some of the other things, there's always something going wrong here, but Crosby is a right. That ain't a wrong. You know, like, there's always something. When they lost the game to the Steelers, field goal kicker missed a field goal. And then you remember when they lost to Buffalo, they had a 2-point conversion dropped.
Well, and that's the thing.
You know, like, a lot of bad things have happened.
If you add a guy like Maxx Crosby, to me and Rob G were talking about this before the show. Like, a great pass rusher is equivalent to a great closer in baseball. But the tricky thing about a closer, if you never are leading going into the 9th inning, you could have the best one in the world. It doesn't matter, right? And so that's why I think that on its face, of course, you tell me you're adding a top 5 pass rusher to a team with Super Bowl aspirations. I say, yes, 2 thumbs up. Hey, that's a good idea.
Rob G, from the Raiders perspective, Rob G, of course, is our resident Raiders fan. So just, you know, you knew it was coming. You knew it was going to be painful. But now, are you mad at it? Are you happy because you got the first-round picks? And do you follow him to the Ravens as a fan? Like, I'm not saying you
trying to call me the Bo Benson of Fox Sports Radio? Don't you put that out there, Rob. No, Martin is so right he can't turn left right now. The Tom Brady era of Raiders football has been basura. It has been trash.
Basura.
He has been horrible. He has no idea what he's doing as the lead decision maker. You guys touched on it. Tom Brady, this is not opinion, this is factual. Look it up. Had a personal decision. It was his decision. They ran it by him. He handpicked Pete Carroll, fired after year 1.
And we knew that was a bad hire from jump.
Chip Kelly, not only bringing him up from college, making him the highest paid coordinator in football, didn't even make it through the season. Geno Smith, dumped after 1 season. They paid him $58 million, the equivalent in 1 year for Geno Smith.
And that's after, part of it too, they vetoed Sam Darnold.
Exactly. And now you trade away your only good player, a guy who, to Martin's point, wanted to be a Raider. So much so, he got it tattooed on his body, so much so that when they tried to shut him down to get the number 1 overall pick, he said, no, I don't do that. I play football. I'm here to win games. Put me out there. And they said no. And now you're going to have, on the heels of last season, drafting a running back in the top 10, when we have no offensive line to speak of. They're all in now on a quarterback in Fernando Mendoza, who most people who cover the league and are scouts and GMs and executives all agree that if this was 2 or 3 years ago, he's like the 5th quarterback taken.
Right.
But Tom Brady sees this guy who's 6'5", kind of like me, kind of an underdog just like me, really unathletic just like me, but he's really smart just like me. He's going to be just like me. No, it doesn't work like that, bro. You had Bill Belichick calling defense for 20 years with a top 5 defense every year going to the Super Bowl. You had Bill Belichick stealing the signs from all these teams so you can get to the Super Bowl year after year. And now Tom Brady's going to fly in between calling games for Fox and playing flag football with the Paul brothers, and he's expecting us to have a winning organization. I don't get it, man. This is embarrassing.
At least it'll be a shorter flight. That's not in Saudi Arabia anymore.
That's right. It is pretty bad. But you talked about Maxx Crosby's tattoo. I thought Alex had a Fox Sports Radio tattoo, and then I realized it was just a birthmark. So we're okay.
Thank you, Rob.
Yes. All right.
How'd you know my birthmark was there?
All right. We want to get your input, your thoughts on the big trade. The Baltimore Ravens gets Maxx Crosby from the Raiders, 2 first-round picks. Joe in Hawaii, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. You are first up. What do you think, Joe? How are you?
I'm doing good. Loving every minute of it.
There you go. Living in Hawaii, you got to be good,
Right.
man. Come on.
Oh, yeah. It's got its advantages, that's for damn sure.
Yes.
About 85 degrees and beautiful today. So,
Very
yeah,
nice. Very nice.
not too bad. You know, the Raiders were no good with Maxx Crosby. They can be no good without him.
I'm not going to argue with that point.
I would say, yeah, take the 2 first-round picks. What the heck? He ain't getting any younger.
So I don't disagree with that
I don't
energy.
either.
But when you have a new ownership, that's my only thing is when you have a new ownership group, new head coach, new whatever, at a certain point, you do have to start winning. And it's hard to win without good players.
Well, maybe this is their chance to start over.
True.
And Joe,
Depends
I don't
on who
know.
they get. It depends on who they get for their draft picks.
But
It'll
Joe-
have to be judged in a couple of years. If they
Right.
get a stud offensive tackle somewhere along the line, and they get another edge rusher next year, man, it looks pretty good.
All right, so far, Joe, real quick, just to Tom Brady and his input. It last year was a bad first year, right? Really bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All I know about Brady, I was a big fan of his when he was a player. He makes some funny ads on TV.
There you go. All right, Joe, thank you. Appreciate it.
Suck it up,
yeah,
man.
thank you, buddy. 877-99 on Fox.
And just to show you, Rob, that this truly is a national radio show. You go from Joe in Hawaii to Evan in Alaska. Can't get any farther than that.
What's up, boys?
What's
going
up?
on, baby?
I know, unbelievable.
Hey, man, listen, last time I called in was about Sam Darnold, and this time I'm calling in. It's a little different. After I called you guys on my first time call, I got diagnosed and was basically medically induced into a coma.
Are you
wow.
serious?
And I'm serious, man. And I got to tell you, man, my dad's was so dope. He put you guys' radio show on, or at least a YouTube show on every single day for me. So I got to listen to you guys the entire time.
That is amazing.
Today's my first time consciously listening to you, and as soon as you made that comment about the tattoo about AM radio, I realized how much I love you, Rob G. You are the man.
Wow. How about that? My man was heard a take so bad from Rob, the boy got up and said, I got to call her.
It woke me straight up.
Walk her
man.
straight up.
I'm
Glad to hear you're doing well.
I'm a miracle worker.
Don't let anybody ever say bad takes don't make magic.
Exactly.
Boys, keep up that awesome work, man. I love you guys.
Thank you. That's so awesome.
That's incredible.
He was in a coma.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
I wish there was some type of way to know. Like
I know that there's shows that put people to sleep, but you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
No, but I want to know,
Rob.
this is because I was thinking to say, I think the opposite. My man's in a coma, right? So they got his vitals locked. They're tracking his vitals, right?
Right.
So I want to know if it's spiked at certain points. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if at certain points, like after the Seahawks won the Super Bowl and Rob came in and said, Sam Darnold, la la la. Like if that's spiked in that moment.
I could just see it. Alex, you just do this. If you're in a coma, that's wiggle your right toe and
Rob, caution.
All right, let's take Brandon in Riverside to round out the call. Brandon, you're on the Odd Couple of Fox Sports Radio.
Follow that up, Brandon.
Right.
Well, you know you can't follow up that.
I know. I'm sorry. What's up, buddy?
Come on, Rob. You gotta behave yourself. We need you to survive, man.
Yes.
You
Yeah. But
hey, we got 5 years to go. We're going to be there, Brandon. Come on, man.
I'm rooting for you, but you keep doing everything the opposite way where everybody else tells you. You're not following the rules, right?
All right.
But I was telling you, hey, as a Bears fan, and we sucked for many years, so until after this past year, I always rooted for the Ravens because of Lamar. And I was like, and when I just heard that news, I really think they can make it to the Super Bowl now. Because I've picked them every year for the past 5 years. I don't care what football pool I get in, I'm like, the Ravens. Because you have that type of quarterback, and defense for the last 2 years have allowed them, they lost like plenty of games for them.
Yes.
So Lamar and the offense will, they'll run up the score. They'd be up 3 touchdowns, and next thing you know, they lost the game because they gave up 3 to 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns with a field goal.
And you remember that?
I love it. It's a great pickup for them. I love that for the organization, and I'm glad they made that. I'm glad they went for it. Maxx Crosby is a difference maker.
I agree, and you can't keep thinking Lamar's going to be young forever. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to waste the window that you have, and the Chiefs are going the other way. You start looking around the AFC, are you really afraid of the Patriots? You know what I mean? And say, we can get there. It can happen. So I love it.
Just some context here. This is the first time in the Ravens' 31-year history they've traded used a first-round pick to trade for a player. Well, I find that kind of interesting, especially when you consider that brain trust has been in Baltimore for quite some time. This is not something that they do. And also Diana Rossini with an interesting one. Both the Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys had been working on this for days, kept in communication with the Raiders. The Jaguars were another team trying to put together a big package that would get it done. I'll tell you this, if the Cowboys had made this move, I would have hated it. You're trading all these first-round picks just to get a little bit older? That would have been bad. But I like this for the Ravens. I like this. When if you have a Super Bowl, if you have a team that you think can win a Super Bowl, you have to have two things. Obviously you have the quarterback already. You got to have a really good kicker, and you got to have a really good pass rusher.
Kicker is right too, big time. I think people sleep on
people
kickers.
People blow past it every year. And special teams, we see them lose
without
games
Adam
every single year.
You wouldn't be talking about Tom Brady because those Super Bowl winning kicks. If he missed 2 of those. Or missed, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, it's a whole different conversation about Tom Brady drove him down to the 20-yard line, and then Vinatieri missed the kick, and you lose the Super Bowl.
All year I was saying I don't think the Rams were true Super Bowl contenders because they're special teams. And in biggest game of the year, they show up.
All right.
All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.